The room fell into a heavy silence. I stopped mid-stride, staring at the glowing numbers on the screen. 380K, a figure that felt like a slap in neon. 60% above benchmark. Across the long table, the new CEO let out a sharp laugh that sliced through the fluorescent bus. "She's overpaid," he announced, scanning the faces around him as if daring anyone to disagree. No one did. I stayed silent too. Not because I was afraid, because I didn't need to explain myself. I had built this company piece by piece. The late-night calls, the crises handled at dawn, the alliances I believed were genuine. None of it had been an illusion to me, though apparently the loyalty had been. Every handshake, every compliment now felt like counterfeit currency. It wasn't the first time I'd been betrayed. Years ago, I lifted a former COO from mediocrity, shaped him into someone who appeared capable. He repaid me by turning my guidance into his personal stepping stones. And now, the new COO, sitting comfortably in a chair he didn't earn, used my achievements as ammunition, proof that I cost too much. I replayed the meeting endlessly afterward, the subtle smirk on his face, the uneasy glances from people who knew exactly what they were doing. And with each replay, hurt melted into something colder, sharper. Pain was momentary. Strategy was eternal. That Friday night, while everyone went home, I locked my office door and began dismantling their illusion of control. Quietly, methodically. Contracts, client histories, confidential threads. Every connection I had nurtured was still loyal to me, not the logo on the building. I traced every weakness in their structure like a surgeon studying an X-ray. On Monday, I submitted my resignation with a calm, so still it felt dangerous. By lunchtime, 9 of my top clients had already moved with me, without hesitation. Every conversation revealed the same truth. They trusted me, not the company I was leaving behind. By the end of the week, nearly half the revenue was gone. Not because I sabotaged anything, because they had never valued the hand that steered their success. I waited. I wanted the collapse to unfold naturally. And it did. Panic started whispering through hallways. The board demanded answers. HR scrambled. The same people who once laughed at me now avoided looking me in the eye. Even a former COO called, his voice shaking, asking how everything had fallen apart so quickly. I let the silence stretch. Silence had always been my strongest reply. But eventually, a confrontation became impossible to avoid. In the CEO's bright office, he sat with his usual arrogance, until I placed a spreadsheet on his desk. Every account that left, every number they lost, every opportunity they would never regain. For the first time, he had no words. Fear flickered across his eyes. I didn't taunt him. I didn't raise my voice. Watching him process the consequences was enough. I walked out of that building knowing the hierarchy had shifted forever. I hadn't just survived their betrayal. I had orchestrated a quiet, precise collapse they could never blame on luck or chaos. 2 weeks later, I signed with a competitor. Higher salary, more authority, respect that didn't need to be begged for. As I stood in front of the glass window of my new office, I saw my reflection, calm, steady, untouchable. Justice doesn't always announce itself with noise. Sometimes it arrives quietly, like equilibrium returning to a tilted world. I didn't want revenge. I wanted clarity. And now, no one laughs at me. No one dares. Because I am still the same person, just no longer within their reach.